Hey y'all, it's me, Buzzchella, and welcome back to my channel. Firstly, sorry that I'm a tad bit late on some of these topics. I've been under the weather and waiting for my voice to recover, which it still hasn't fully, but here we are for now. In today's video, we're going to be spending some time remembering the life and career of the icon and drag race legend that is Jiggly Caliente, who has this past week passed away. Then we'll be diving into some recent drama involving Violet Chachki, who found herself in hot water after she apparently called season 17 garbage on a red carpet interview with Ricky Cornish. Plus, we've got an announcement from Lexi Love, as well as some new tea and drama highlights to cover from a recent interview panel that Entertainment Weekly did with the entire cast of All Stars 10. Regarding Jiggly Caliente, on April 24th, in a private statement from the family posted to Jiggly's socials, they wrote, "The family of Bianca Castro, known to many as the beloved drag performer Jiggly Caliente, is heartbroken to share that over the last month, she's experienced a serious health setback. Due to a severe infection, she was hospitalized and as a result has undergone the loss of most of her right leg. Because of these circumstances, Bianca will not be appearing in the upcoming season of RuPaul's Drag Race Philippines, nor will she be participating in any public engagements for the foreseeable future." The family then went on to ask for uplifting messages of healing and support from the fan base. However, just several days later, on April 27th, the passing of Jiggly was officially announced on her Instagram from a private statement of the family. They wrote, "It is with profound sorrow that we announce the passing of Jiggly Caliente. Bianca passed away peacefully on April 27, 2025 at 4:42 a.m., surrounded by her loving family and close friends. A luminous presence in the worlds of entertainment and advocacy, Jiggly Caliente was celebrated for her infectious energy, fierce wit, and unwavering authenticity. She touched countless lives through her artistry, activism, and the genuine connections she fostered with fans around the world. Her legacy is one of love, courage, and light. Though her physical presence is gone, the joy she shared over the space she helped create for so many will remain forever. She will be deeply missed, always loved, and eternally remembered." And then the third and final post to Jiggly's Instagram, the family did announce that they have created a GoFundMe to help with the collection of funds to honor the life and celebration of Jiggly Caliente, and that is linked both in Jiggly's official Instagram bio as well as in this video below. And it truly is difficult to talk about or really even process the death of a TV celebrity like Jiggly Caliente. I mean, this is somebody who's been on our screens for more than a decade, that we've watched memes of, clips of, and iconic performances from. And so in her honor, I thought I would read some of the outpouring of love and support from her fellow RuPaul's Drag Race co-stars that I found online. On the official RuPaul's Drag Race Instagram, a photo of Jiggly's All-Star 6 promo look was posted to their page where they announced her passing. And in those comments, you can just see how deeply Jiggly was loved by everyone in there. Trinity K. Bonet said, "My God, one of, if not the only rude girl who cheered for me, called me and checked on me, who took the time out to understand me instead of passing instant judgment. The term 'we lost a real one' is the only way to say it. The real ones die young. You will always be that girl. Love you, Sugar Cookie." And Kerri Colby wrote, "I will never forget my first time touring was with her, and she was such a firecracker, such a vibe, such a power noi representation. I'm going to miss her voice memo so much, but I know she's at such peace now." And Ginger Minj, Jiggly Caliente's drag daughter, had this to say in memoriam. "Jiggly wasn't my drag mother. She was my safe place, my human diary, my compass when I was lost. There were so many moments when I came to her broken, defeated by the business I loved so much, a business that I felt didn't always love me back. And every time she reminded me of my worth, how beautiful, how talented I was, and how my gift could never be measured by a placement on a show." And it truly is heartbreaking to lose someone like Jiggly, but I know through all the lives she touched from season 4 of Drag Race All-Stars 6, Hose, and even as a judge of Drag Race Philippines, that she will never be forgotten. And so with that, I say, may her body rest in peace, but her spirit live on forever. And next up, we have an announcement from Lexi Love, who's seemingly taking a step back from drag, or possibly social media in general. On April 27th, she posted a video to her social medias that includes content of her stretching or dancing in the background with the following fonts on the front of the video. "To my loyal family, friends, and fans, I'm taking a step back to nurture my mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It's time to transform my relationship with my inner saboteur, to understand it, disarm it, and step fully into my strength. This journey isn't one I can take alone. I know I'll need help, guidance, and grace along the way, and I'm so grateful to have the love and support of this incredible community behind me. I choose to rise. I, Lexi, love you." Which she then also followed up with a post to her social medias on April 28th with another video of her stretching or dancing or doing yoga on a bed, where she wrote, "I'm going back, 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 to me, and added the caption on Twitter, "I'm in my head doing the work." And Lexi does continue to be semi-active on social media, and so I think this break may be more related to her artistic and performance endeavors, but we of course over here at the Bussy Queen channel wish her all the love, light, and happiness that she truly deserves. And next up we got Violet Chachki versus the entire season of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. So for some context here, Violet Chachki and Gottmik were booked in Puerto Vallarta over the weekend as DJs for the grand opening of a venue called The Tryst. And in promotion of this event, Ricky Cornish, who was with Pride.com, did an interview with Violet and Chachki that went viral, where it appeared Violet was calling the entirety of season 17 garbage. Here's that video as it was posted to Ricky's socials with the caption he added: "Violet Chachki says the latest season of #Drag Race was garbage."
Did anyone serve on season 17?
Oh, I literally have no clue. Oh, I don't watch. Oh, no. And Mick keeps showing me clips and videos of things. I'm like, stop showing me this garbage.
And the responses from the queens of 17 and more were varied across the board. In the original thread under this interview clip, we saw Lydia B Kollins write, "LMAO, she will always have a seat at my table. I'm sorry." And we saw Joella post laughing face emojis saying, "I love her so much." However, some queens weren't seeing the funny in what she said, and Lexi Love retweeted this video clip writing, "What a C word." We also saw Corey King throw some shade at Violet by posting a photo of some really close-up and seemingly old makeup from Violet, where she wrote, "Anyways, good morning, Kingdom." And then where Corey later added in another post, "Can y'all stop dragging Violet? He's a 32-year-old man entitled to his own opinion." And we also saw Plain Jane chime in on this tweet, retweeting Lexi's "What a C word" post, saying, "No shade, but like tea. Alumni who are proudly dismissive like this in general don't impress me. No one's career is forever, babe. If people show respect for you, have the courtesy to show that same respect to the bitches that came after." The next day, though, Violet took to her socials to defend herself and what she said, pointing out that the clip that went viral was misleading because there was a section of that interview that was cut and spliced together, and where she also reiterated that there's no way for her to have an opinion on season 17 because she hasn't seen it, where she elaborates more fully in a long-form video saying this:
"I check my phone and I'm seeing that the press has twisted this weird-ass narrative saying that I am calling something garbage that I've never even seen. How does that make any sense? I literally cannot have an opinion on something I've never seen. Mick shows me videos of so many things that I don't want to see because I need my brain to be sharp and focused on things that I care about. I have nothing but love for every queer person in the world."
We also saw in this video Gottmik come to Violet's defense, where she wrote, "The video was cut shady. Violet was saying I show her a bunch of garbage all the time, not talking about Drag Race at all besides saying she hasn't seen it." And where a user responded to this video, "Now that you said it, there was an obvious cut after you said you hadn't watched it," where Violet says, "Hello, can we use our brains just a little bit here, and then to run that headline is just slimy." But y'all know how I am over here on the Bussy Queen channel, and I'm not letting y'all leave without the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But to answer the question of whether Violet was framed to look like she said something she didn't is not really one I can answer clearly, because I did find the original uncut interview clip of what happened there on that pink carpet. And the original uncut, unspliced clip where Violet is answering Ricky's question about whether season 17 served or not is only about 10 seconds longer. And there's like 10 seconds of pausing and a little bit of talking that was cut out from the beginning and end of this larger response. And so here for your evaluation on what she did or didn't say, here is that clip.
Did anyone serve on season 17?
Oh, I literally have no clue. Oh, I don't watch. Oh, no. My brain is full of things already. I need to make space in my brain for things I care about. And Mick keeps showing me clips and videos of things. I'm like, stop showing me this garbage.
She literally does that to me.
I go, stop showing it to me. My brain is full. I need to save the space I have for sacred things.
I think the tea is that we all know by this point Violet and Gottmik's shtick is being a little bit shady and playful, and that's not a bad thing. And it is very clear in the longer clip that while Violet was being shady about season 17, she also wasn't directly calling it garbage. And finally, we've got some highlights from a video called RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10 Queens Tease This Season's Drama and Biggest Moments, that was just published by Entertainment Weekly and includes the entire 18 queen panel of the All-Stars 10 cast. kind of, because there's 15 queens there in the room with Joey Nolfi's doing the interview, and then 3 queens who also did this interview separately, but were later spliced into this video. And while this video is an hour-long panel of most of the queens alluding to or talking vaguely about drama, there were a couple of highlights that I've pulled out, and I'm gonna go ahead and go through bullet point style. Let's go. The first Shady Lady comment I noticed was Nicole Paige Brooks saying RuPaul likes to bring back her favorites, but never really lets them win.
I just felt like it was, you know, another one of Ru's favorites for some reason. As you can see on season 17 why she is, you know, but Ru brings back those girls as purely entertainment. She never really lets them win.
And this is said where it seems like they're talking about a contestant that is returning very early from Drag Race, like Lydia B Kollins. But because she used the term favorites and not favorite, it does make me think there were several queens who Nicole here could be talking about that may have not been performing as well as we might expect. And in shocking news, Acid Betty was actually talking about being unable to contact Robbie Turner, but Irene the Alien actually spoke up and said she knows her whereabouts and that she's okay.
I can't find Robbie. After everything happened, she did spend a little time as an Uber driver, but she moved back home to Chehalis.
We then hear Denali mysteriously say that a challenge she wouldn't want to revisit is the makeover because that was, of course, what originally sent her home.
I did not want to do a makeover challenge again. Hell yeah.
You looked so beautiful last
Let's
time.
not revisit that
And in regards to who's going to be fighting and what drama is giving, Mistress announces to the entire room that this season is going to be Nicole Paige Brooks versus the world, then alluding that Nicole has drama with somebody directly behind Mistress, Phoenix.
She got into it with me, Jorgeous, Kerri, Rupaul, Michelle, with herself.
Everyone.
Yeah, I will say this though, the drama translates beyond brackets because kind of like you said, you ask the girls who's going and what it's giving. And I'm gonna just say, Nicole has beef with someone who might be behind me. I don't want to take it there.
Phoenix then jumped in to talk about her now strained relationship, it seems, with Nicole Paige Brooks. Because Nicole actually is Phoenix's drag mother, but Phoenix talks about how people do often grow up and apart, and that their relationship is something they're working on, but seems to suggest that there may be a blowout or two on this season between them.
Sometimes with friendships, you kind of grow apart. People change and they evolve, and some people stay the same, and they like for everyone else to kind of keep that same personality. Nicole and I are getting better. We are working on our relationship.
Phoenix also talks about how she is a career woman and actually manages a lot of the booking for girls that come through Atlanta. And although she doesn't name names, she does say that the nicey nice drag queens, at least on TV, are sometimes some of the worst.
Some of the ones that come across super friendly and nice on TV are f***ing nightmares.
And the most famous ones, too.
You have nothing to lose by naming names.
They haven't been booked back with me, so they know who they are.
Mistress then went on to shade Nicole Paige Brooks, saying that competing with her was like opening a time capsule, but does later go on to say that she's one of the baddest bitches she knows.
I was most impressed by Nicole. It was like opening a time capsule. I'm not even like saying this to be funny. Nicole is one of the baddest I've ever met. That is so funny.
We also heard Ginger Minj talk about how she's really excited about this season and said yes because of the completely new format, and she feels like because it was so new, she got to kind of restart her Drag Race experience all over.
When I found out what this format was going to be, that it was going to be a completely different experience, I felt like I could live my RuPaul's Drag Race dream again for the first time.
We also heard Irene talk at length about being the only girl to actually be sent home on a first episode of Drag Race in 5 years, and how that was a major disadvantage for her going into this All-Star season.
When I got to All-Stars, I had never done a regular challenge. I'd never watched a lip sync. I'd never watched someone get eliminated. I'd say it jokingly, but this really was my first season of Drag Race. And so I felt like I was playing catch up a little bit.
And although the entire cast was extremely tight-lipped on the specifics of what happened in the big dramatic fights of this season, we did hear Lydia pretty on allude to the fact that there's a lot of the girls in this cast who are involved in drama because they're self-producing it.
It's been manufactured by a lot of the queens themselves, but in a very juicy and tantalizing and
Say it. Is she talking about our group?
Lydia, I think so.
What group is she in?
They're seemingly, maybe, perhaps, referencing somebody like Mistress Isabelle Brooks, who's in Lydia's bracket, who she would know to say that about. But the premiere of All Stars 10 is right around the corner, and I'm super excited. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, like my video, join my Patreon to watch my reaction videos of every All Stars episode that I will review. And of course, let me know what y'all thought about everything in this video down below. Lastly, I want to say thanks so much to you for watching today's video, and to give an extra special shout out to Ashton, Felicia, JBR, Laura, Matthew Burns, Nicole Minj, and Will and Tanner, who are all supporting me at the Bussy Queen Collectors here at patreon.com/BussyQueen. See y'all later. Love ya. Bye.